So, good afternoon, everybody. I'm afraid today, if you're commenting or you're joining us or joining me, should I say, I'm not live. This is a recording. I will probably be at this precise moment in time somewhere down the M11 on my way to Peterborough. So I've had to do a recording today, but never mind. We will be back on live again next week. But this is your weekly update number 62. Know why that cuts off. I've got to speak to my mate Scats there because he understands his software still an awful lot better than I do. But never mind, we're going to crack on with update number 62. And it's been such a strange time. Now, the thing is, in Spain, we do get an awful lot of bank holidays and what they call puentes, which is a bank holiday, then a normal day, and then a weekend, which people just take as a long weekend. So we had Easter last week, was actually two bank holidays, the Thursday and the Friday, which I actually took off for the first time and really enjoyed it. Always got in the back of my mind emails and got to do this, got to do that. But I'll be honest with you, I put my feet up, and for the first time, these two bank holidays, I managed to stay away from the computer, and nothing exploded, and it was okay when I got back to it on Saturday morning and Monday. So that was cool. And this week we don't have any bank holidays, but as I said, I'm traveling I'll be in the UK when this goes live, and I'm back in Spain on Monday evening. This time I'm going back home to actually bring my mum back with me. First time she's been here for a long time. She couldn't travel because my stepfather, who sadly now passed away, was ill, so we're going to enjoy some time with her in Spain. She's going to come over to the first time in a long time to be with the kids for a while. So it's going to be great. We're enjoying that. And then we have the Thursday, which is a bank holiday. The Friday is a normal day. And then Saturday, and most people will take that again as a puente. We're not. We're going to be open for the Friday. The Thursday will be off. I just don't like it. I'd rather it's just a Friday than the weekend, but this whole stop-start annoys me, especially the ones in Christmas. And then after that, hopefully, we are going to get a clear run all the way up to when the kids finish school in June. At the end of June is always a bit of a crazy time as well. So anyway, let's start with, what have we got going on? Well, let's start with our residency and visa section. Well, with the NLVs, no NLVs out again this week, and some of the Manchesters are now running up to 12, 13, even one at 14 weeks. Come on, what's going on? I did check a few of them online on the Spanish portal, and they actually said en trámite still, which means in theory they're still waiting for the approval at the Spanish end. So what's the hold up? I mean, my theory is that in Manchester, it's the consulate that's the holdup, because we do get visas through quicker through London and Edinburgh. But is it Spain? There's a couple I've checked there on 10 weeks and it says in trámite on the Spain side. So let's see. What we do know is that finally they do come out in the end. We had one client who went to Edinburgh. Thank you very much for giving us your feedback. He was told between 4 and 12 weeks for his visa, and he went the day before yesterday. But nothing out. In terms of the renewals, I have to say the renewals are coming out okay. We've had a couple of renewals out last week. Again, Malaga seemed to be extremely unpredictable in the requirements now for the renewals. Some immediately accept overseas assets with a translation, and we've also had a couple of requirements to get bank accounts actually apostilled. Recently we had one, and they wanted to know the average bank account balance for a year. Our client actually got a single page statement which stated the end balance at each month from their bank. And we're using Zach, who does the apostilles for us in the UK. He actually managed to do this remotely as well, get a notarized copy of this by showing a video of himself downloading the statement, sending it to a notary in the UK. The notary then notarized the statement that went off for apostille. It all got turned around in 10 days, along with a translation. We put it in, and that got approved. So a lot of hassle, but it did get done. If you get asked for notarized statements, then yeah, at the moment we did find a solution for that, which was good. Don't forget the translations, though, are done by per page. So if you've got a lot of pages, that can be expensive. What else we've got going on? Something else I wanted to show you about the residencies. So I get asked this all the time, and I'm going to do a separate video on this. But for self-employed people, what do you need to show when you have finished employment, and what do you need to ask for? Well, this is what we have been getting from our clients who have been phoning up HMRC, and they'll get a letter once they're deregistered from self-employment, and this is what it looks like. And it says, dear whatever, dear sir, dear Fred, thank you for your phone call about your self-employment status. Our records show you are registered as self-employed for the period, and it shows the period, start period and the end period at the end, and then goes on to explain this does not mean your employment status or is self-employed, blah, 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 blah. This letter here has been accepted by consulates as proof of non-self-employment. Okay, so they have accepted that, especially for people who do your own tax returns and don't use an accountant. If you do use an accountant, I'll suggest that you also get your accountant to write a letter on headed note paper and sign it, stating when you ceased your self-employment, and accompany it with this letter from HM Revenue and Customs. You can call them. About a year ago, I remember speaking to a client. He said I spent 3 hours on the phone. It took them a month to get the letter. This client phoned up and they got it within 3 or 4 days. So it seems to be a bit skew-whiff, for want of a better term, as to how long it takes them to send it to you. But that's the letter that you need if you're self-employed. Obviously, if you're employed, it's a P45, which some could argue doesn't prove that you're not employed, because you could just get another job and, you know, that'd be it after your P45. But hey, you wouldn't risk your whole visa on that, would you? Okay, then, so that's what's been happening with our residencies. Let's move over to the YouTube comments. Well, a couple of things to show you on the YouTube. But first of all, a couple of videos I'd like to show you. Here we go. So check this out. We did this video. This is one of the videos I did in Easter when we had the Thursday and the Friday off. We went into the port of Malaga. Stupid me. I've got some comments coming on that because it was in a minute, but they're so busy. But actually, when we got there, it was a pleasant experience. And they do until today. So you're watching this video, it's too late already. You'll have to go to Castellón to see it, because that's where they're heading to. But they had an old galleon Spanish ship there, which you could pay 20 euros per family to get on and have a look around, learn a bit of history. So check that video out if you haven't seen it already, and please leave me a comment. And then I also went to Benomadina port, and in Benomadina we had a walk around, and I recorded a quick video really just to show people around. And I also went to the Sea Life Centre and I recorded a separate video which I haven't managed to publish yet, but we will get out soon. I did do a short the other day, which is doing quite well. But the Sea Life Centre is definitely worth going to. It's improved since the first time I went, and very educational for children, and around 20 euros each to get in, and they've got a mini golf as well. So yeah, check those two videos out that I've published on our channel. And as for the comments, so we have some comments here. Now I want to start with this one. Let me just change my my format here. What's going on? There we are. Let's make me small. We don't all want to see my head. I'm just getting absolutely and utterly bombarded with these kind of comments, right? For those of you who've got YouTube channels, now we're approaching 4,300 subscribers with a dream of hitting 5,000 by the end of the year. But we're getting at least a week 6 or 7 emails and comments on our videos trying to promote this, helping your YouTube channel reach more people. Dear sir, I truly admire the educational and engaging content you're producing on your channel. However, it seems the videos aren't getting the views they deserve. With proper SEO practices and custom thumbnails, I believe your channel can grow significantly. I'd love to share my details with you if you're open to it. Respectfully, Masood Ranjil. Now, has anybody actually responded to any of these on YouTube? I mean, it's a very polite message, and it's definitely, not, it's just offering a service, but I just wondered if any of you YouTubers out there have actually ever done any of this stuff. I never have, but and our channel isn't really, I mean, great, it's lovely, it's great getting subscribers, and it's great. We did monetize the channel, which generates about €20 a month, but we don't really do it for that reason. We do it more because it helps people to find us. But then if we got our SEO sorted out, maybe more people would find us. But we use the videos also in our content for clients. So plus I treat it as a bit of a hobby, especially the out and about videos. And we're quite passionate about Spain. So, I don't know. Tell me, YouTubers, do you ever use these services? And this one here, this is from Patrick. Interesting quiz. I thought this was from our Benomadina. It's actually Benomadina because there's an accent on the A. Most Brits call it Benomadina, but it's Benomadina. Remember that. Interesting, Chris. I thought from the boats it was way above my bracket, even more before you mentioned the price of apartments. Yeah, wow. I can remember being with my friend many years ago who wanted to buy an apartment there, and it was 350,000, which back then was a lot, but now they're $1 million. It wasn't that long ago, 10 years. They've tripled in 10 years. This video was quite fun. Do you miss British food? I actually went out to get some Easter eggs for my kids, and I took my 360 camera, which I brought last year and haven't really had a chance to use. Well, I got it for my birthday. Then I managed to, first time I took it on a trip, fall over, break my arm, and there you go. So I'm getting back out with it now and learning it and learning how to blog with it as well. And I did one of my first blogs, which was, do you miss British food, when I went to the overseas supermarket. Hang on, let me just show you that. Here, this is Iceland in Fingarola. And I went there to get some Easter eggs, actually, for the kids. Rubbish selection, but I was very late to the party. And Patrick said, interesting show, Chris. I might miss some stuff, but I have to eat what's put in front of me. She who must be obeyed must be obeyed. Well, I bet she doesn't watch his channel, Patrick. You've got to be careful. Got to be careful there. You might get yourself a clippo around the ear there. But thanks for commenting anyway. Kev says, I didn't miss British food in England. I'm cooking more Spanish recipes these days in addition to our normal world foods we eat, and they are very tasty. I can't remember what you said the rest of your comment there, so I got cut off there, Kev. I might have to bring that up for next week's. Runner 42001 said, I won't miss anything. I'll eat what's put in front of me. Looking forward to living in Spain. Oh, brilliant. Great stuff. And Jeanette Harding, how you doing there, guys? Over there in Torre del Mar, my husband has to have brown sauce and Branston Pickle, which we have found in our local Arkwrights. Otherwise, shop in Spanish shops. Oh, I didn't know there's an Arkwrights over there, so I will check that out next time we're there. Sandra Cox said, how you doing, Sandra? We always use the Spanish supermarkets where possible. We do miss a decent tea bag, so usually put some in our case to bring over. I do miss gravy granules, she put there as well, but you can get gravy granules, and we've actually got a continuation to that comment in a minute. So let me bring that up for you. Sarah Cronshaw says, we sometimes shop there for meat in the butchers and sell different cuts and fresh cream, as most places in Spain don't sell that. That's true. Can't really get fresh cream in Spanish shops. And when I was there, the sausages, what we would know as Lancashire sausages, they had some Welsh Dragon sausages as well. They're all at $10.49 a kilo, which isn't too bad because normal Spanish white, they call them salchichas blancas, the pork sausages are around €8 anyway. So I thought the sausages were a decent price. And then in the meat section, we actually got a leg of lamb there, which had been reduced by 30%, but still had 3 days on it, and it was vacuum packed, and it was absolutely fantastic. There was also a gammon that you got. You can't really buy gammon in Spanish supermarkets, which was also reduced by 30%, and it's in the freezer, so I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, you can look for some deals in there, but they do have a butcher's in there with very English or British cuts of meat, shall I say. And just carried on from Sandra's comment there. She said, we have found an English butcher for pork pies, etc. Otherwise, it's mostly Spanish products. Gravy granules I found in one of our local small supermarkets as well, can you believe? Tracy Crosby went, try Pepco. They have Bisto granules, gravies, and Thai food tea bags. Okay, where's Pepco? I've never heard of Pepco. What's Pepco? I'm going to have a look while we're here recording. Why not? Oh, Pepco España. Well, there you go. Oh, according to this, it's... No, it looks like a... I don't know. Localizado tienda. Yes, it's like a shop. Fantastic. Never seen one before. There you go. You learn a new thing every day. And discovering Spain, so Pepco have just recently stopped selling food up my way in Valencia. Yeah, it looked like a clothes shop from here. Don't want to accept the cookies. Oh, actually, there are some here. We've got some in... Oh, it looks like there's one in Nerja. There's 7 in Malaga. Which, you know what? I've never seen one. According to this, there's 7 in Malaga. There you go. Let's go and search for a Pepco, see if they're any good or not. Okay then, so, and the next comments we've got to show you are, what have we got here? Another one. Look at this. Your content is fire, but YouTube isn't pushing it. The good news SEO, blah, 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 blah. Want me to point out one quick opportunity? I'm all right. I don't really care. Annie cares. Hi Chris, thanks for the shout. We are AWOL at the moment. Line up some ducks, line up those ducks. That's good. Be interesting to speak to you this week. Tomorrow, I think it is. We're supposed to be speaking and working out your plans. Jed, looks great. Audio a bit low, mate, so I have to turn the volume up to max. Only problem is when the adverts come on, it's extremely loud. Yeah, my apologies for that, Jed. I'm still a YouTube amateur. I trying to get a gimbal camera, one of these DJI Pocket 3s, and they're just not available at the moment. They're just, you can't get them. So a friend of mine sold me a DJI Pocket 1 just to get the hang of it, but I can't connect the microphone to it. I don't know what I'm doing with it really. Whereas DJI 3 just has a really good Bluetooth connection, the one doesn't. So I guarantee that will be improved very, very, very soon. Okay, guys, well, that's our YouTube section. And now let's go out and about in Spain. And for our out and about in Spain section, we have got some photos sent in. And unfortunately, one of our clients, Richard, sent in some photos of some fantastic walks. And I uploaded them today, and I've just jumped on this literally before I'm leaving the office. Now, tomorrow morning, I've got to be in the airport quite early. And I uploaded them all, and they're in HEIC format, which means I've got to convert them all to JPEG before I can use them. So, Richard, they will be on next week if you are watching. But I just didn't have time to convert them this evening. But we do have from Stu and Joe, who regularly contribute. Hi, Chris. We have always loved the beautiful views from our rooftop solarium. It was so green as well at present following the rain in March. I have to say, so green to the point where I had to go out and cut a space for me to get into my house the other day because the weeds are crazy. We have the Sierra Espuña, a mountain range above us. I think that's Espuña with an Enye. It's such an amazing backdrop. I'm not sure photos do it justice, as we can always see far more with our own eyes. It's so panoramic. I've attached photos below, so check out the rooftop view. There you go. It's it's difficult in photos, isn't it, to see This is that's see, it's not doing it justice. You're absolutely right. Now that does it justice. I mean, could you imagine having that as a backdrop? Absolutely amazing. And that is a proper Sierra. There you go. Look at that over there. You need a decent camera, don't you, to get up there and take a proper panoramic view of the. But I mean, if you're over there in Camposol, I mean, you've got some fantastic backdrops over there, and then you go to the sea, and it's a great beach and great sea. Yeah, loving the photos, but I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have to get up there and take a panoramic one, aren't I? Yeah, but definitely. I mean, you can see why so many people fall in love with Camposol. Look at that. Wow. And then we've got this one as well, which really demonstrates how big that Sierra is. So how tall is it? How high is it? Sorry. I'd say, what's that, 800 above sea level? Should we guess? Should we Google it? Sierra Espuña. How high is it above sea level? Let's have a look. I said 800, didn't I, as a guess? 1,583. Well, I did well, didn't I? There you go. Double what I said. And thanks for sending those in, guys. Keep the photos coming. But I do think that we need a photo of you as well. Don't keep hiding behind the camera. Get on the camera. Send us some more photos of what you're doing out and about. Those pottery classes. Now, what else have I got here to show you? This is me at 7:30 this morning, and I can tell you now that it's already 8:15 in the evening. So that seems like an awful long time ago today. My car passed its ITV, and we've got a cracking video coming, which is just 5 minutes long, and I was just telling you about my experience this morning. For the food section, I wanted to show you this. Now, for those of you who are steak lovers, this is a steak which is called a European Wagyu, Wagyu Europeo. Now, I spoke to my friends about this, and the reason I was bringing it up was because I was like, oh, look at me, I'm having a really posh steak at home, you know, I've got a little group chat with my friends, and they were like, oh, Wagyu. They said, well, Wagyu is just, everything's Wagyu. People get Wagyu burgers, get Wagyu this, get Wagyu that in the UK. It can't be real Wagyu. This isn't real Wagyu. This is just a European breed of Wagyu. It's not the Japanese real stuff, but you can see the marbling, you can see how amazing that steak was, and I can tell you it was like butter. It really was. It was just absolutely amazing. So if you see European Wagyu steak, then I definitely recommend that you get it. I really enjoyed it. Just flash cooked it on the barbecue, and that was it. And that was one of our Easter treats. And then to wrap today's update up, and it's only short, but I'm afraid I've got to run now, make my case, and get to bed early. I wanted to show you this. Check this out. This is only someone who's probably self-employed in Spain and understands Easter in Spain would get this joke. So this was sent around one of our WhatsApp groups. This is my friends here in Spain who are also business owners, and that's basically one of the brotherhoods there. You know, in Spain they carry the cross during Easter with their dodgy hats on, which are definitely nothing to do with the Ku Klux Klan, but they are the similar shape. And that one at the back there is carrying the tax office logo, because at the same time that Easter happens, it is the first quarterly tax returns. So yeah, it's a very tongue-in-cheek joke from my friends on the WhatsApp group, and I thought I'd share it with all you guys. Okay, then, well, look, thanks for watching today. Please drop us a comment below in the comment section. Like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We will be back live with our update 63 next Thursday at 6 o'clock. Also, look out for some more videos out and about. I'm just recording like mad at the moment and sticking it up as and when I can. Don't forget, if you're going to be applying for a non-lucrative visa or EU residency here in Malaga, or registering your vehicle, to drop us a line and contact us. You can book a call with the QR code that is actually at the top, or I forgot to put this up, if you want to buy me a coffee, you can buy me a coffee there, and I will have a coffee on my way to work. So hit the QR code if you want to buy me a coffee. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we will see you next week for update number, let me find the outro, number 63.